Welcome back. Episode 4.
Wow, nice. You play Spanish?
My name's Laura.
I'm Jonathan.
We are the Laos.
And these are our opinions.
Ooh, ooh.
And Lucy's on the couch. Lucy's joined us for this one. We'll see how long she lasts.
Yes.
May not be very long.
Lucy.
She's already interested in the window. Welcome, guys. It's been a while. We've been here, but we just haven't recorded.
No, yeah, we've been definitely busy.
You know, we only record when we have something to say.
Yeah.
So
that is true.
For a while, we just didn't have something to say. But guess what? We got a lot for you today. Some people thought that we haven't posted since our first episode. This is actually episode 4. And that's okay. It's just that,
surprise.
you know, surprise. We just took a second to, honor those who subscribed.
Mm-hmm.
If you subscribed, you saw episode 2 and 3.5,
Yes.
and if you didn't, it's okay. If you saw this on our Instagram story, now's your opportunity to go subscribe. If you're like, oh, did Jonathan, Laura, they were one and done. No, we're still going strong. Instagram is not our main place. It's actually YouTube and Buzzsprout, whatever, what's it called? Buzzsprout. That's what we upload our podcast to, which then puts it to Spotify and podcasts and all that stuff.
So this is available on Spotify?
It should be.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're professional.
We have this is our last month that it'll be available on there. When we bought this.
Because we got 3 months free. No, it's only
Yeah.
been like 2 months though.
When did we get this?
End of December.
Okay, it's February. I think it's the last month.
Yeah,
Unless it's the end of the month.
End of December to end of January. Then end
Okay.
of January to
We might get one more month. So if you're listening
but
in on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, if you want it to still be there, we're welcome to donations. It's just, it's the budget's tight and it may not be usable. But YouTube, you're here. Instagrammers, you may be here too. Welcome aboard. Back to episode 4.
Yep. Anyway.
Yep.
What are we doing today?
Today we are getting multiple opinions on multiple things.
Oh, so this is like a rapid fire
opinion.
of opinions.
So
there's a lot going on in this world.
There is, and there's just different things, and science breakthroughs of the year, and different things going on, and conspiracies, and I just want to hear your opinions. So
we've got them.
let's dive in.
Okay.
First one.
So just to let you,
She's not ready. Okay.
No, I am ready. But just to let you viewers know, Jonathan has a list of questions that he wants to ask.
We have time.
And I have no clue what most of them are.
You do have a clue.
I have
told you
like
some
2.
of them. Okay, what's the 2?
Well, you don't want me to say them now.
You have an idea. Okay, ready?
Okay.
First question. What's your opinion on if dinosaurs are real or not?
Is that your first one?
Yeah.
Right off the gate?
Yeah, so some people believe dinosaurs aren't real, and some people believe they are,
Is there a reason you're asking this question at this current moment? What prompted you to ask that question?
It's just a valid question. I want to know your opinion. Throughout this podcast, there are different things that people may, have a desire to know. They might be in on that. They might hear about something they had no idea even existed. Don't read my questions.
Okay.
They might not even know. And so this is an opportunity for people of all different ages and spaces and cultures and ethnicities, and it's their time to learn about different things.
Okay.
Are dinosaurs real?
Okay. They were real.
Okay.
Period. They were real.
Okay. Timeline, Bible, how's that fit?
I don't know.
That's good.
I don't know. I don't know because there's the fall.
Okay.
And that I feel like confuses me how the narrative fits, because before the fall, animals didn't eat animals, apparently. And so I'm like, what about the dinosaurs? They clearly ate other animals. But I stand to believe that dinosaurs are real. And yeah. Not a big, I don't have much to say other than I don't know how you
That's
could
good.
not think they're real.
Yeah.
I used to be like, to the people that don't think they're real, do they just like insert the dinosaur bones into the ground?
Some people
The
think
hoax is
that,
like has to be gigantic.
yeah, it's crazy. One of my questions is favorite fossil ever found. What's your favorite fossil ever found?
I don't know. Okay, very recently Jonathan and I watched a documentary.
Okay.
And I feel like that should have caveated this question. And there was one about like is it a stegosaurus? No.
The one that's like in the rock with the little like spiky back?
Yeah. It's literally so well preserved that you can like the skin indentations are found on top of the fossil.
Yeah, it's
It's like
fascinating.
actually crazy. It's like one of the most well preserved discoveries ever.
So cool.
That was really cool. Search it up.
Okay, my opinion on that, I definitely think they're real. Where it fits in the Bible, I think sometimes because we read the Bible the way that we do, we try to interject what we think and we try to make it work around the Bible, which really the Bible works either way of which you relate to science. Whether you say that, some people kind of say, well, you know, there's dragons in the Bible, so maybe the dinosaurs were just dragons. And some people kind of, that's their answer to it. So different people have different ways of going about it. But I don't think you can look at that and say they didn't exist.
Also, like culturally, like it's not just an American concept, dinosaurs.
Yeah.
There's like drawings and stuff
They're all over.
all over.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's a good question. Okay. Dinosaurs are very fascinating. Just, you know.
are these questions going to be very science-based moving forward?
Not always.
Okay. How long is this episode?
Thoughts on Christians in art and science?
Thoughts on Christians in art and science.
Yeah, Christians' involvement in the art and science world.
Where is this question coming from?
There's no coming from.
Okay.
Just answer the question.
They should be involved. We should be involved in art and culture. And I don't know if you're asking me about the Super Bowl anytime soon, but we should not separate ourselves from the cultural zeitgeist just because we're a little different. I think involving ourselves in the conversation is how we keep the conversation moving. The second you remove yourself from the conversation, there is no conversation. So if you are,
That's good.
when it comes to like media, when it comes to science, when it comes to art, I think more than ever we need Christians in those spaces, because no non-Christian is going to look at, you know, let's say there is a scientific breakthrough. Okay, their perspective, their lens, their way of viewing things is not at all going to be centered around the possibility of like a designer, because they don't believe in that. But if we have someone who is coming from that lens and saying, hey, this is proof or evidence of a grand design, then win for Christians, bro. You know? That's
good. One of my, like, I was listening to a topic of, this is kind of related to the dinosaurs, was the idea of like, is evolution possible? Is it not? Does it fit with, some Christians believe that you can read the Bible and evolution is part of the process. Some believe that it's not. The Bible is so well done that it doesn't disprove one or the other. The Bible stands alone in the fact that God is God, no matter what you believe science. God can be the one who ordained it either way.
Yeah.
I know that might be hard for some people to hear and they might strongly feel some type of way. But what I like is that, you know, that shouldn't remove Christians from the conversation. So there's a Christian who started challenging evolution. Don't read the questions.
I'm not.
You were looking down. He was challenging the question of evolution, saying like, in order for a DNA to break down to the point where it had enough changes to be another animal, it would fall apart. That like scientifically on the DNA structural like level, like at that zoomed in with like atoms and all that kind of stuff, like it's not doable for something to change from one animal to another. Now there are variations, but to be able to change species is like, the DNA wouldn't work. And so he's a Christian.
Like, he's saying in light of like macro evolution, it would have been like genetically impossible for one species, even over time, because he's saying like over time the DNA structure changes, and if there are so many changes, it just at some point unravels.
Yeah, and what I like is that he was a Christian, but he wasn't using his Christian view as his forefront. He was coming and meeting them in their science world, saying, hey, just looking at this scientifically, and his hypothesis was there was a designer. Like, this is intelligent design. This was made by intelligent design. Now, because he's a Christian, he believes that's God. But he was challenging the world of science in their science language, which I thought was just so cool that he's able to bring his knowledge in a way that is challenging them, saying, hey, even if you don't believe in God, what you do believe is falling apart.
Yeah.
And they had conventions of different people who believed in evolution that are realizing that that theory is falling apart, and they have to find some other answer.
That's what I was going to say. It's just crazy because you're going to continue with what you know. Yeah. Right. And we in school are still taught like Darwinism, and we're still taught, his theory of evolution, when, the more research you do, actually there is a lot of debate about even if that is
possible,
like worth continuing to teach, because it has been disproven in so many areas. But if no one's stepping into the fold to have that conversation, it's just going to continue, right? That like false idea. So, yeah.
That's good. That's the science part. What about the art part?
Oh, I mean, I feel the same. I personally feel the same way. Like, I think in culture, there is always going to be pushback to the Christian that wants to be in art or wants to be in music or wants to be in film. Like, I think of like Chris Pratt, like the second he kind of really became vocal about his beliefs, I feel like he lost a lot of like popularity, but there's still space for that. Like, I still think there's space for a Christian to exist in Hollywood or to exist in the art world. I think now more than ever, art can kind of become like an echo chamber of the same ideas. And if Christians aren't interjecting our thoughts and our ways of life, it's just gonna get worse.
We went to where was it? Asheville for our honeymoon. On our way back from our honeymoon, and we got some of these photos here. And it just, the best way to put it just seems like a godless area. It's very creative. People were
I think nowadays you find like the most kind of liberal, left-leaning people
who do art
in like the art.
So you feel almost
areas
like
of town.
You feel weird because it's like I want to celebrate art, but I don't want to celebrate that kind of like moral standard and all that kind of stuff.
Like I don't agree with all Seattle.
That. But there is like, we as Christians can't be so hard on a stance that we take ourselves out of the equation completely. Yeah. And I think we have to learn the discernment of how to stand and how to be a light in those areas without compromise of our Christian values. And we're not, Jesus hung out with sinners. He didn't sin with them. So there's a rule there. Like,
yeah, for sure.
You shine your light, but just an interesting conversation. I think Christians should be a part of, I wish more Christians did art. God created us. He created us to create. And I think art is a beautiful way to express, love, pain, grief, all those things that you feel, happiness, sadness. Movies do that such a great way. Why are not more Christians? Which I think in the movie world, we have gotten a lot more Christian stuff. But, whatever art part of you that you might be holding back, just try it out. Just try art. I think creating stuff is a very great way to, express and see God's love in a way that you may have not seen before.
For sure.
All right, moving on. Next one. How do you feel about Colossal bringing back the woolly mammoth and the dodo bird?
Jonathan's very passionate about supporting Colossal.
Kind of.
No, you are.
I'm following Colossal.
You follow.
Maybe not support, but I am watching.
You don't contribute to it financially, but
I just follow what they're doing.
Out of everyone I know, you are the one that is the most invested.
Yeah, you're speaking for me when I'm actually asking you the question.
I'm sorry. I'm just giving our viewers context as to where this question is coming from.
They probably don't even know what Colossal is.
Colossal is...
Go ahead.
No, you tell.
Colossal is a scientific conservation effort, and they are taking the DNA of every species because their mathematics say that around, was it 2050, I think, like 2030 to 2050 is like almost all species are going to be either endangered or extinct. And so they're trying to do their best to undo that. And so some of the stuff of bringing the woolly mammoth back is to help with, like, you know how the best way I can explain it from what I understand, not that I work for them or sponsor them or anything, is that the same way we put wolves back into Yellowstone.
That was them though, wasn't it?
No, they weren't founded at that point.
Oh, okay.
But the conservationists put wolves back into Yellowstone, and it balanced the ecosystem back. Their theory is if you bring back a woolly mammoth or whatever, it will help bring balance to the like ecosystem of cold temperatures, all that kind of stuff. The way that what they eat, all the things that these animals do helps contribute to the ecosystem in large, which is their point of trying to bring something back. Now, I don't know what the dodo bird has to offer, but if it was at the Jacksonville Zoo, I would go see it.
Okay, 2 things from Colossal. I really love the idea of like conservation effort. They like collect samples of various species, endangered species, and they do that in efforts to have like a biological record.
Yeah, a biobank.
A biobank if these animals, realistically, when these animals go extinct, because that's the trajectory our Earth is headed for. I think that's amazing. Like the reintroduction of like condors into the environment, the wolves, all those things are really important. So I'm for that 100%. Bringing back extinct animals. I don't know. I don't care.
So cool.
They're not gonna like.
If they had a woolly mammoth at the Jacksonville Zoo, would you go see it? Would you be excited to go see it?
Would a woolly mammoth?
What?
Would a woolly mammoth even make it to the Jacksonville Zoo? No.
They better try. So this brings another question, because they're a little bit controversial in the sense of morals and is this okay? What's it? Ethical. Is it ethical?
Ethical, yeah.
Gene editing is, it's a hot topic.
It is a hot topic.
Are we meant to be playing God? Jurassic Park. It's basically similar. They're not bringing back dinosaurs, but if they could, I wish they would. Anyway.
They're definitely not.
They're not. It would just be so cool. But anyway, the idea of like, it is a little messy because I don't know if any of them are Christians. They all probably believe in some type of evolution and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so, it's a flawed way of trying to keep the earth as maintained as it is. But we in our fallen state have destroyed our planet with, forever chemicals. If you watch a video on, I should have written that down. What's your thought on forever chemicals?
Babe, what am I going to say? I love forever chemicals. I just eat them up, put them in my water. Put them in my clothes. Put them in my food.
They're there, but you don't want them there.
No, of course not.
Nothing we can do about it. It's crazy.
I know. I don't know. I don't know if it's just like I don't know if I stand in the minority, but I feel like conservation efforts and like just earth protecting should I don't know what the word is, should be really high on the heart of a Christian. Like we are meant to steward.
That's hard to hear when you're the one that throws away the egg carton when I'm trying to recycle it. I'm at least trying to recycle.
That's crazy that you would blast me on this.
You
care
just forget
about the
sometimes.
environment.
You forget that the recycles in the cabin. We don't even know how well recycling.
We don't even know if
works.
Recycling
is that
contributes anything. Yeah, when we are cloth diapering,
that's true,
and that's one way we can help the environment.
Here's my thing. As a Christian, there's two views that people have. Some are, well, it's all going to burn anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yikes.
Another view is God's coming back. This is his earth, and it's going to be a new creation.
Yeah.
Now, both beliefs is it's going to be a new creation.
Absolutely.
But I think for me, I lean more of like, obviously we can't handle everything.
No.
And so some stuff is going to happen. It's not going to be perfect. But the idea of like stewarding the earth that he gave us, of like, I don't know, I just feel some sense of responsibility of like not carelessly buying things that are bad for my body or forever chemical type stuff, or, Stuff like that, like just trying your best to find a middle. If you go down the rabbit hole, you'll go crazy.
I was gonna say, I think you just have to find the things that are important to you and kind of like stick to that, and that be the way you contribute. Now, no one can do all things, but at least do something. You know, that's how I feel
and maybe it helps
whole...
maybe it doesn't, but it's just, you know, for me it's a heart thing of just not carelessly, you know, throwing trash out the window, you know.
Next question. Sorry.
Okay, ask that one. Thoughts on quantum mechanics in quantum computing?
Baby, no. Next question.
Do you not care about it?
No, I don't know what to say about that one.
Well, what do you think
I don't even know what that is.
Just take a guess.
Babe.
Take a guess.
The only thing I can think of is Ant-Man. Can we go to the next question?
That's fictional. We need to talk about this. This is important. So Microsoft just released a quantum computing chip that instead of, you know how computers read ones and zeros?
Sure.
This one has where it can read a number could be both a 1 or a 0. And so the mathematic equations that it can run is crazy.
That's great.
They haven't gotten it where you have to translate the ones and zeros to now going back to like computers where we can read it. So the NVIDIA chips, we're trying to find a way to bridge that gap. But eventually, quantum computing is going to be crazy. Basically what it is you can run scientific equations and it can find the probability like in 1 second. They can process like in a minute what would take the computer systems we have now. If you filled the whole earth with a computer system, the new chip could do it in like 1 second. So what's your opinion on that?
I don't have any opinion. That sounds cool.
Okay. There's a video on YouTube from Microsoft announcing their new chip. It's pretty cool. Did we land on the moon?
Yeah. Sorry, programming
was that a yes or a no?
Sorry. The government programming was
FBI agents watching this. Did we land on the moon? Yes or no?
Probably not.
Really?
I don't know. It's just, this is my one thing. I have lots of things, but this is my one thing about it. Why? Like, have you seen some of the things that were coming out in the 1960s? Like, as far as like computer animation and all, like technologically, we were very behind where we are now.
True.
I'm just doubtful that this is what I'm doubtful of. I'm doubtful that that video they showed us was real. Whether we went
to the moon or not,
irrelevant. No.
Really?
I just feel like the video is definitely fake.
That's crazy.
The phone call is definitely staged. Do I think we've been to space? Yes. Do I think that we've sent things to the moon? Yeah, possibly. I believe in like space exploration. I don't think the Earth is flat.
I was gonna ask that.
Like, I believe in space exploration, and I do, but there's a part of me that is doubtful that we made it to the moon when we said we did.
Okay, that's fair.
That's it. That's like, could we have? Yeah, at some point, possibly, but in that moment in time,
if you think about it, in the times of Babylon, when man is united, our whole nation was united at this time, but in times of Babylon, God said he confused their language because he said there's nothing they can't do. In the scriptures, he was saying, like, sometimes I just think what man can do is crazy. When we push ourselves to do stuff,
built the pyramids.
When we challenge, that's one of the questions, is how were they built, but we'll get there later. When we push ourselves to do something, we can do crazy things. I think man has, like, when we're determined. So you think we went
to the moon?
I think we could have, but I also do think because it's such a high governmental thing and there was like a war, like there was a race, there was a lot involved that makes me feel like there was more reason to fake it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that I'm saying that we never went to the moon or we could never go to the moon. I'm just saying at that stage in like history, I'm doubtful.
But then, remember when we watched Fly Me to the Moon, the movie about them faking it?
Yeah.
But then they actually fake
the fake.
They fake the fake.
Yeah.
And they actually go. Yeah. That movie made me feel like, you know what? We could have done it. Great movie. Next. All right. Thoughts on Artemis 2 leaving on February 15th?
Babe, I have no clue what that is.
Take a guess.
It's probably some space shuttle designed
They're going
by
back to the moon. NASA and a few other people, not Elon. It's NASA. I mean, Elon might be helping with it. I haven't done all my research, but they're going back to the moon. There's multiple people from different nations. It's not just a USA thing.
Okay, see, it could happen. I don't like.
February 15th. It's coming up.
Let me say something though. Katy Perry did not make it to space.
Oh yeah, that one's crazy. That was rich people just trying to.
What I will stand on that one. That was staged 100%. Are you kidding me?
That's true. I mean, they probably just went to like as high as they could where gravity went away and then right back down.
That's what they are saying.
Yeah.
I still don't believe that.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you watch the video?
I watched the video. Their hair was like floating, but like it was. I don't
Were they like underwater? Like how'd they film that?
I don't know. A gravity, like the chamber, like you could do like a zero gravity chamber, float them around in a fake place.
What do you mean a zero gravity chamber?
I don't trust Katy Perry. She's one of them. She's one of the evils.
Okay, yeah.
So
they all are anyway.
No, they all are, but definitely Katy Perry.
Yeah, for sure.
She's dating Justin Trudeau. She's in it. She's in it deep.
Anyway.
Okay.
That was not part of the questions. So your thoughts are is that cool? Is it not cool?
Are we gonna get this YouTube shut down?
Babe,
no, if they still have Candace Owens.
I don't think we're a threat to the government at any moment right now. We have like 12 subscribers and our friends from church listen to this. I think we're okay.
Okay.
Like, oh, some loud opinions. It's not that loud. It's okay. All right. So what are your thoughts on it going to the moon?
Let's go. Bang bang.
Are they gonna make it now?
They could.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm just
we
saying,
can do quantum mechanics. I guess we can make it to the moon.
Facts. Okay. UFOs and Bigfoot, are they real?
I don't believe in aliens.
Okay.
But I could be convinced of other beings here on Earth.
Wow. Okay. Well, what's your answer for people who say like,
Wait, what's your thoughts? Like sharp. Like, what do you believe in aliens? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Maybe.
Okay.
Here's the thing. People go their whole life going the same route, and then you go on vacation, you hike on trails where humans have been. There's a lot of areas where humans have not been. And those in-betweens are where people who hunt for animals go.
Yeah.
And those people usually are the ones with the stories.
Yeah.
But then they're like redneck people and no one wants to trust them. Here's the thing. There's a lot of crazies out there that say that they saw stuff. They probably just saw Uncle Bob, They're
probably on drugs.
They're probably on drugs and saw Uncle Bob running out naked to get a beer or something, And they're like, Bigfoot. Probably not. He may have a big foot, but that ain't him. You know what I'm saying? Now.
This is my if it is real, it's demonic. And it's
See, we didn't even get there yet, but that's a good question. So if it's real, is it just another animal?
No.
Or is it these encounters are probably more likely to be like some sort of demonic encounter?
I stand with that.
Yeah. Who was it? John, one of them that had a podcast on it. Not John Mark Comer, it was the other one. It was another John. It was a pastor that was like talking through with some guys about it. The podcast. I can't remember who it was.
I can't remember either.
Yeah, he's talking about like his belief is that it's a demonic thing, which that one I think makes the most sense.
Yeah. I don't believe in aliens, and if any kind of celestial existence is true, it's also demonic.
Now look, if you believe in demons, we all should believe in demons. If you believe in aliens, demons are out there no matter whether you like it or not.
Facts.
If you believe aliens are out there, that's for you, man.
I
that's
have
awesome.
no judgment.
We're just saying for ourselves.
I'm just saying for me.
These are our opinions.
God made humans in the image of the Lord, and I feel like any intellectual being that can like I can't do that. No, like any intellectual being that could like conscious like think the way we think is like, it just doesn't make sense. Why would God?
You know how like in the movies they're always like super intelligent, really smart?
They're not. They're probably so dumb.
What if they're like just a frog? If you go to Mars and it's like just
but do you know like the intelligence you must have to travel through space and time? You have to be smart to do that.
That's if they're coming to us.
Which people believe.
But what if we go to them first?
Okay.
And you get to an island planet, and it's just like, would be so cool. This would be such a cool idea for, you know, the Jurassic World series if it went to Jurassic Galaxy next. You hear me out. They fly to another planet, and this planet is in its Jurassic period, and there's different kind of alien dinosaurs. They're not like alien, they're just different breeds of dinosaurs because they weren't on Earth. They're on their own planet. Wouldn't that make a great video?
Yes.
That's a great movie idea. Go ahead and steal it.
No.
You don't even need to pay me. Go ahead and steal it. Take this idea, run with it.
Hold up.
Just put my name in the credits.
No, we want money. We want money for that.
You can pay us, but man, that would be a great idea if anyone on the Jurassic Park World team in Hollywood is listening to this.
Okay,
Anyway.
next question.
Yeah, you're rude.
Sorry.
Thoughts on the Winter Olympics?
I will say, sorry, before you say that.
Oh, so
I
it's
will
not
say,
the next
no,
question.
No, I will say, if you are curious to know more about our thoughts as far as Bigfoot and all that, I would love to talk more about that. Maybe in another podcast. Just let us know.
You think you can have its own podcast?
Maybe we do our own investigating.
Oh, no, that's too deep. We tried. Things crazy. The Sierra sounds and all that. Remember that? Yeah, it's crazy stuff. All right, next one. Thoughts on the Winter Olympics?
Also demonic. No, I'm just kidding.
Probably. All right, Bad Bunny's halftime show?
10 out of 10.
Really? Okay. What's your Christian view and what's your political view? You're also Puerto Rican, for those who may not know. Christian view first. Let's go.
Okay. Christian view first. Obviously, it's not Christian.
Yeah.
So,
there's some worldly stuff in there, just a little bit.
I don't know. So like background is, I think, culturally for Hispanics, culture is important. I think that's like important to like understand, because for us, where you come from is who you are in sense, right? Like that is a big chunk of your identity, is where you come from. So when you, and that's not the same for everybody, right? Like, because America is so vast, you can kind of like be like, I'm just America. You know, I don't think that like tie to like the motherland is there for Americans as much as it is in other cultures. So all that to say, watching Bad Bunny represent and kind of like display what
that home is for
us, that like nostalgia of, you know, I'm not in Puerto Rico, but right now I'm watching this and this is the Puerto Rican experience, was so fun to me and so powerful, especially considering, you know, that kind of representation isn't always there, and it's not always there in a positive light.
Puerto Rican?
Yeah, and even just Hispanic in general.
Okay. Is there a reason behind that?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's a complex issue to just kind of word it like that.
I mean, it is. Of course it is. But I think just, you're asking me personally.
Yeah.
So to see, you know, we were talking about, I don't know if you guys have watched the halftime show, but, you know, he's dancing on the casita. And John and I are like, bro, my aunt's house looks exactly, that's my titi's house, bro. He's dancing on my aunt's house. Like, it does something to excite you when you see your life being like represented on as such a whole. Big stage. Yeah. I think he could have done a lot more dirty things.
Yeah, I think it feels like he cleaned it up.
He did. So good for him. Yeah. I think he understood the platform he was on.
As a Christian, how do you feel?
As a Christian, my primary identity is Christ, is a follower of Christ. And so, it's let's say, like, we've had this conversation. It's the same thing about, like, there are movies that we watch that we wouldn't recommend to everybody because we enjoyed it, but it's not like as Christians we're gonna blast this and promote it. So like that's how I feel about the Bad Bunny thing, is like
the convictions are different for everybody, and because there's like the crazy dancers and stuff. We were at a church party, and you're the one that told them to turn it off. Your loyalty is to the Lord first. And so it's the hard, you know, as I think this is an example of how a lot of us as Christians feel, is there's like our national kind of like patriotic in political emotions, and then there's our Christian worldview, and that
Yeah.
has to reign over the political.
Yeah.
And sometimes people can confuse that the political can be both, and I don't think it can.
And I think like we live in such a divisive world nowadays. Okay, I remember being like 9 years old and watching the Black Eyed Peas perform the Super Bowl. No one was having a conniption over them. Why? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
We're
Like,
so opinionated.
nowadays it's like, oh, I totally agree. Like, if you want to boycott something and you don't want your money to go to that, more power to you. I get it. But like in general, who cares? Just watch the show.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough, again, on the conviction part, there's like that, is this something that I need to stand firm on and have nothing to do with?
Yeah.
Or am I standing too firm that it takes me out of the realm of like being a witness to others?
Yeah.
And so a Super Bowl halftime doesn't really do one or the other. And so it's
in
just
the context of us going to young adults, turn the halftime show off.
Yeah.
I think that's just like a fair thing to say. I have no problem with that. We all are capable of having fun without the halftime show.
Yeah.
If you are in, let's say your neighbor invites you over to watch the Super Bowl, I don't feel the need to be like, oh my goodness, can you turn the halftime show off so that my children can't see? It's like, okay, we're in the world, and right now I'm just going to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a complex one.
It is, but I feel like people nowadays are like,
yeah, it's a good conversation to have, though. I think it's, everyone can feel a certain way about it, and it's okay to feel different, but have a conversation. Don't just feel strongly about something and not even open up the conversation. I think it's important to, that we as Christians are not taking ourselves out of the circle of like culture in some instance. Now, it's harder to do nowadays because culture is so different from Christianity that there is more of a fine line between us and the world. But
I enjoyed it. That's all I'll say.
Is AI a real threat to society?
Yeah.
How so?
I mean, the studies are there, right? I can't quote them to you, but it affects like neurodevelopment. It alters brain chemistry.
Yeah.
You're like rerouting pathways to get to places that in any normal context you would have to like actually use.
What's crazy is
your brain.
It almost is like amplifying what just cell phones themselves did, because we started thinking less when I have a
Siri,
an app that can remind me. I don't need to think about it, and now we don't have to think at all. We can let a machine do our thinking. We just put in the information and let it think for us, and then we get it back. And now I do think it has really helpful uses. I think it has. You use it for the Lord. But you said it's bad.
I know.
I think it is a tool, and we as Christians have to learn to, you control the tool. You don't let the tool control you.
Yeah, that's what Pastor Owen said in his sermon.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very well stated. I think
it's good.
AI is only as bad as the people who use it. Be.
Yeah.
And as like how you use it. So there's some people using it in some very malicious ways. And
how were the pyramids made?
Aliens.
That you don't believe in?
Yeah. I don't know. If we could build the Tower of Babel, we can build pyramids.
Growing up, I always thought it was like, my understanding was that the Israelites that were enslaved made it.
I also thought that.
Was it the Prince of Egypt that taught me that?
That's exactly where it was.
Okay. I mean, seems true. Are you a pre-trip, mid-trip, post-trip, rapture kind of person?
Jonathan, how long is this episode?
We're almost done. I just want your answer.
I don't know.
She doesn't know. Okay. Is that going to the next question?
Like, okay, I don't think we're going to get zoinked before the bad things happen.
Okay. After?
After.
So bad things are going to happen and then zoinked.
Yeah. And then new earth. That's how I think.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting zoinked at all.
But there is a moment where he comes in the clouds.
And then you meet him in the clouds and then parade him back.
Okay, is that not being zoinked?
Or is it more figurative? I don't know. All I know is you just serve the Lord until the end, you know?
All I know is that I'm here till I'm not here, and then when I'm not, I'm home.
When you're to be out of the bodies, to be with him.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
To die
Amen.
is gain.
Are Legos getting more expensive?
You're so... Actually, they're getting more cheaper.
That's good.
Technically, mathematically, by the piece. It's just in our boxes we get more pieces, and so it's more expensive. The design of the design of the Legos are more and more complex, and so require more and more pieces, so therefore the price goes up.
How did you know that?
Because we watched that dang video. Do you not remember?
We watched what?
We watched a video about it.
Really?
You don't remember us watching a video about it?
A video on what?
On Legos.
No, what platform were we watching on?
Oh, YouTube.
Wow, today's non-sponsor is YouTube, because that song is crazy. YouTube is amazing in the sense that you can learn about all these different things. You can watch videos about the Lao's opinions. You can watch videos about a scientist turning plastic and changing it chemically into a cookie, eating the cookie and telling you if it tastes good.
Did you watch that?
I did. All this stuff. Sorry, that song was crazy. Anyway, YouTube is amazing, and it's a great resource to just learn amazing things.
I think a lot of our opinions, the things we talked about today, have been formed
from YouTube videos that we've watched.
Stuff, and just
yeah. It's just amazing to, I want to be a part of, caught up in the times of where the world is. I think it's fascinating to just be, pop culture is fun, but also just culture in general and where we are, science breakthroughs, things that are going on. It's fun to be a part of that. And YouTube, thank you for playing your part.
Yeah.
Next question. Thoughts on once saved, always saved doctrine?
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Really?
What's your opinion?
That's so hard. Once saved, always saved. I think that you can choose to walk away from God.
I think it's a trick question.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's the wrong question. I think the question is, are you walking with the Lord?
That's what matters.
Because
exactly.
the once saved, always saved, what's the purpose of that question?
What's the heart of that?
The heart of that question is, are you saved or are you not?
Yeah.
But what is eternal life but to know God, is what Jesus said.
Uh-huh.
Knowing you is eternal life.
Yeah.
So think about it this way. Whether you live in heaven with God or not, just knowing him should be enough. That's crazy. Because he's so good, he lets us live with him forever. And he saves us to give us eternal life. But our hope is not just that we live forever. It's that we live with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so if our question is, are you saved or are you not? I think that's the wrong question. Are you walking with him or are you not? Do you love him or do you not? Because if you're walking away and living in a way that doesn't honor him, I think God is so good to forgive if you walk with him again. But the question is, are you in relationship and communion with God? Anyway, that's my hot take on that.
That's such a charged question.
One last question. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Thoughts on having a baby during such dark times?
Oh, I think Jackie Hill Perry did do an episode on this.
Really?
Yeah, I think I watched it.
They're good.
They're so good.
We're really just an off-brand version of We got the art in the back. They're just our inspiration. But anyway.
We do admire them a lot.
Yeah. Last question, just wrap it up, the times are crazy.
The times they are
Bigfoot, crazy stuff. The elites are all sinners and need Jesus, and it's just crazy times. So
it is crazy times.
People normally say, hey, I don't want to bring a kid in with the world being so bad. What is your allowed opinion on that?
I think in general, and I think we've said this a few times, I refuse to live in like a bubble or a void. We are meant to be involved in the things of this world. We're not meant to just sit idly by. And so one of those ways that the Lord has given us like dominion and stewardship over the things of this world is through expanding our family and raising up children that fight for the Lord And so, yeah, I know it can be scary. We've not yet, she's not here yet. And so I think but even in all of that, there are like concerns and worries, and but we know like who our foundation is, and we know what her foundation will be, and I'm excited to set that. I'm excited, honestly, for her to be someone on fire for the Lord. And so that doesn't mean things are going to be easy. If anything, we know that when you are steadfast and committed to the cause, things are hard.
Yeah.
But you remain like unmoving. And so I don't know if that was like a clear answer, but I'm not going to let it scare me into not, I don't want.
I think, the fear of what's going on in the world is in light of who's on like the earthly throne. But for us as Christians, we shouldn't be afraid because we know who's on the heavenly throne.
Yeah.
And that one trumps, the government is on his shoulders kind of thing. Like bad things are going to happen because we live in a fallen world. Are we going to let, like, the fact that you say, oh man, I'm scared to bring the kids in, is almost like already just giving into the fear and not even giving God a chance. And so for me, it's like, yes, the world is scary and those fears come, but I'm more than excited to bring in a daughter who I can raise and train in the ways of the Lord to be a light in darkness.
Yeah.
Because we need more lights in the darkness, It's the laborers that are few, but the harvest is already plenty. He's not saying wait for the harvest. Like, because it's so dark, the opportunity to shine bright is there.
Yeah, and I think it's like the world has conditioned us to be very like us-centered. And at the end of the day, it's not about us. It's about God and his glory being known. Like, I was just thinking about, I immediately thought about yesterday, Pastor Owen's devotional. He was talking about, this one evangelist in Europe, don't know his name, was just preaching the gospel, got hit with a rock, died.
It's crazy.
And that's a story. Like,
yeah.
It's not glamorous, it's not long, it's not extended, but at the end of the day, God will receive the glory for it. And so I think, when you live in light of eternity,
whatever happens here
whatever
is minimal.
happens. Yeah, exactly. And obviously that's easy to say when, part of your heart is walking around in this world. I can't even like fully understand that yet. But even up to now, like God has us in his hands.
But I think it's also different. It's easier to do when your life is a representation of giving your life to God. Like, every choice we've made has been because God, this house we have, it feels like it was given to us by the Lord, or the way that we got it, the way that we found it, everything just has been the Lord. Because my point is, from early on, we gave our lives to the Lord. And so we've already been depending on him.
Yeah.
So we have nothing but to depend on him. And so when it comes to our kid, it's not like, oh man, it's scary to have to give it to the Lord. It's like, I've already been giving everything to the Lord.
Yeah, it's like that one verse, I think it's in Ephesians, the one, it's like, whether like by my life or by my by my dead body, like I want
in death or in life, like, want to honor the Lord.
Yeah. And so if you have that mindset,
my life is already the Lord's, whatever.
Her life is already the Lord's. She's actually the Lord's.
Yeah.
And
her life is the Lord's, and we're dedicating her to the Lord before she's even born. God, she's yours,
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us be her parents, and we're just so honored. So today's podcast was all over the place.
All over the place. And if you've stuck it out this long,
praise the Lord.
You're
Thank you so
a real
much.
one.
You really are. It was just kind of for fun.
We
were just talking about different world topics and crazy stuff going on. And so you may have.
But it's good because if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything.
Yeah.
So have an opinion today.
And you can have different opinions than us. Look, comment in the comments where you're at, what you think, and if you want to talk more, if you want to hear more of our opinions, we love to yap.
Love.
Yeah.
We do.
So questions are great. We love this time. I know you may not agree on everything. It's more for fun. It's just for conversation to be had. And so our loud opinion of the day is just follow the Lord in everything, and be the light in a ever increasingly dark world. We only shine brighter as we follow him.
Amen.
Thanks for listening. This one's been long, but it's been fun for me, at least.
I have enjoyed it. Thank you, Jonathan, for preparing all these fun and controversial questions.
Maybe the next one can be you.
I'll think about it.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.